You are blessed beings indeed. I am that one that you know as Jesus. Your excitement for life is what we want you to focus on at this time. We want you to remember that when you are excited for something, that is your guides and teachers. It may be me, it may be Ananda, it may be your personal guides and teachers saying, yes, look more into this. So when you have a feeling of excitement about a potential future activity or a change in your living design, let us say, there are many aspects to your lives. Pay attention. That is guidance. So many of you say, I don't get guidance. You get guidance every minute of every day. You know when you're excited about something. You know when you don't want to get out of bed in the morning. You know these things by how you feel. And the human mind and spiritual practices all seem very, very complicated. And you have to do this and you have to do that. And you have to know what you're thinking, and you have to undo this thought and replace it with another thought. And we understand that we're teaching you to do that. But when you're confused, when you don't know which way is up, and that's what's happening with a lot of people these days because of the news feeds that they're hooked into, because of the social media that they're in, or their family troubles, or the holiday season and what to do with that. Go back to the basics, which is, do I feel good when I think about doing that or not? If you don't have enthusiasm for something, that thing should not be in your wheelhouse. And we want you to understand this, that your spiritual evolution, the thing that you are also keen to achieve, is done minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day, by aligning with that which excites you or causes you to feel joy. This is the alignment with God's will for you. And your ascension path is spoken to you through that inevitable and unending feedback that comes through your emotional guidance system. So remember that Spirit speaks to you through joy, ego speaks to you, conditioning speaks to you through restriction and limitation, and you will always know the difference by how you feel. So what do you do if you're feeling yucky over this, what you call holiday season? It means that there are a lot of conditioning programs that are being activated. Conditioning programs can feel like you are forced to do something. You are obligated to do something. You'd like to do this, but oh dear, you've got phone calls from relatives, or you've got presents you have to buy, however you want to word it. So this is a time that is very, very important for you to really check in frequently throughout the day. How am I feeling about this coming holiday season? And you will remember that last year we gave you this challenge that if you did not enjoy your holiday season, that last year you let those beings know who expect things of you that you no longer want to do, or there are obligations that you no longer want to participate in, that last year you let people know, I will not be doing that next year, whether it's buying presents or cooking a big dinner or traveling or having guests, whatever it is that you do. Now, for many of you, the programs of Christmas are exceedingly strong. The program of Thanksgiving in North America, exceedingly strong. Our dear one was out walking with a friend on Thanksgiving in the United States, and was reveling in the freedom that she was feeling because she has no training program in Thanksgiving, because she was raised in England and they do not have that holiday over there. And she commented on how wonderful it is to be free of programming. Now, this is not to judge the American people, the American friends and people that she loves who are running that program. But there was a moment of clarity there where she felt this tremendous knowledge that it is indeed a program because she doesn't have it installed in her hard drive. So this is the way we want you to start looking at the holiday season. It is very, very easy to fall into the Ebenezer Scrooge story, which is, if I don't do all of this, or even a small bit of this, some of you are working on small bits of this, that you will be perceived as Ebenezer Scrooge, that you are a bad person, that you're not generous, that you're not loving, bah humbug. We want you to understand that some of the overwhelm that people feel in the holiday season is the underlying programs that are going on. You may have decided that you are not going to buy presents for your family, or you may have decided that you are going to only have one big meal on Christmas Day. You may have decided that you are not going to visit family and friends. You may have decided many things. But you are surrounded by people who truly, deeply, madly believe in these programs and are executing them right in front of you in the stores, shopping, these kinds of things, talking about the season, talking about visiting times, all of these things. And you are literally inundated at this time of year by conditioning programs. And it's very, very interesting for us to watch how those beings who are desperately sort of swimming, trying to swim out of the conditioning programs, and yet it is falling like rain on your heads and you feel overwhelmed by it. It's very, very important for you to understand that this is what happens at this time of year. You walk into a store and you hear a jingle. You turn your radio on in your car and there's a Christmas song playing. These are the triggers for the program. And so we want you to treat the feelings you have in the coming month with respect, and do not think, oh, I'm a bad Course in Miracles student because I'm having all of these feelings. Conditioning programs do not make you feel happy and joyous. They make you feel obligated and limited and forced. That's what they are. They're conditioning programs that have been installed through repetition and sometimes punishment and judgment. And so when they get activated, the energy with which they were put in is often what is activated in you. So if you are working on letting go of some holiday programming, let us say, understand that the programs, as you interact with them, as you look at them and decide, am I going to do this or not? Look at how you feel and understand that the program, once it's activated, is going to trigger the same feelings that it went in with. So reflect upon your natal family's Christmas traditions, Christmas obligations, Christmas stories, not to blame your family, but to remember how you were raised, remember what you were taught, and know that this is a powerful time of year when people become overwhelmed with conditioning rather than free will. Now, we are not saying you should not have any Christmas practice at all. What we're saying is do everything in the next month consciously, and only do it if it brings you joy. If you feel negative about any obligation, spend a little time with yourself and ask yourself this: what do I think will happen to me if I say no to this? Who do I think is going to attack me or judge me? What is the story beneath the feeling? And that then becomes a free will choice. And mostly, the truth of the matter is, if you don't do it, you may hear a grumble here or there, but it won't be a big deal for the people that you are discussing it with. But if it is a big deal, then work through your own beliefs, work through your own mind, and understand at the end of the day this: you are a free being. You are loved by the divine. You can do whatever you choose. God does not care. God is not involved in your nightmare or your dream. You are the creator here. You are the one that is experiencing your consciousness. And if you have negative associations with this time of year, do not project it onto anyone else, but understand it's a program and that you are free to comply with the program or to delete the program. Nobody will judge you for it. Nothing will ever be held against you because you have decided that you want to be free. That is our pep talk for today.